Well, when this amygdala takes over, we're no longer thinking with the rational part of our brain, we're thinking with our emotional part of our brain.
Okay.
So by understanding that, by understanding how the brain functions in these situations with our triggers, or in these situations where we're starting to experience some old trauma, maybe we have some PTSD that gets triggered or something like that. Understanding the amygdala's roles and what's going on in the brain helps us learn how to control that better and manage that better. And that's what we're talking about with emotional intelligence, is learning how to manage our emotions better. So I think that knowing how the body reacts, knowing how the brain reacts is more to that knowing thyself. It's not just all about the philosophical part of ourselves, but it's also about how our physical body reacts to stress.
Well, that's interesting, because you talk about, like, it seems like I have a plan for everything that I do and how intentional I am. So this also correlates in the fact that when we actually look at the intentionality, I know how I react to certain situations because I've had so many experiences. So a lot of times, even before I send a text message, I'm like, okay, hold on. How could this be viewed on the other side? Because I've felt some type of way when I got a certain type of message. How can I be more understanding of this person's situation before I go fly off the handle? Because I have burned bridges, but I noticed that the less bridges you burn, a lot of times the situation is just not right now, but it might be in the future. So if you exercise that emotional intelligence and that knowledge and that wisdom to say, you know what, it's cool. You know what? I'm going to revisit this at another time. I'm going to do something completely different, and I'm going to do that. That changes the dynamic, because now you come off as that person that has given the most grace. You have given the most inspiration and motivation to somebody else because you understand.
Yeah, that empathy.
And you care. And you didn't throw that person away because you don't know what that person was going through that day.